Hi, class. Welcome to Learning Across the Lifespan. My name is Allison Jones, and I will be your instructor this term. If you want to get to know a little bit more about me, please be sure to take a look at my video here, Get to Know Your Instructor, or go to the Meet Your Instructor tab, and you can read more about me there. So let's talk about what we have going on this first week. I always tell my students the first thing you should do when you come into the classroom every single day is look at the announcements from me. I'll post announcements about upcoming assignments, information from the university, helpful videos, and supplemental resources. So you want to make sure you check there. And then after you've done that, you'll go ahead and go into the week. Now, before we do that, since it's our first week, we're going to take a look at course information. So I'll read briefly about the course here, and then you really need to read this. If you don't already know this, you need to read the software requirements. Everyone should have this. You will not be able to complete the course or any course here at the university unless you have these. You do have discussions every week in this course, and there's very particular requirements for the discussion. So I'll go over those briefly with you. To receive full quantitative points, you need to post 4 academic quality posts. So they have to be substantive. They have to be, at least 3 sentences long and have, valuable content. You have to post those on 3 different days, and you have to post the first one by Wednesday of the week. So to remind you, 4 posts on 3 days with the first one by Wednesday. You want to make sure that you are proofreading your post for grammar, punctuation, sentence structure. I will be grading for that. Make sure that you are using critical thinking in these. So you want to make sure you're thinking beyond just a really simple answer. You want to provide lengthy responses, support those responses with examples, information from the text and from the videos and supplemental resources. You can go online and find different sources. And then you want to make sure that you're providing some kind of insight in your comments. You don't want it to just be basic comments. They need to provide some sort of insight. They need to show that you've really thought about the topic. And here are some great resources for you. We want to make sure that you have the opportunity to be as successful as possible. So we've provided 24/7 tutoring, and that is available if you look over here, right here, you can select that. We also provide something called Grammarly, which is a free service for our university students. It only requires that you have your Jefferson email address to log in. And so you can just click here and get that going. You'll just sign in here. And that is very helpful. That reviews your documents for grammar, punctuation, sentence structure, all of those things. So, and you can also believe, no, you can't find the Grammarly link here. You'll just want to make sure that you go in here and use this link. And then there's some other resources you're going to want to take a look at too. And so also we are going to be doing a lot of writing in this assignment. So here's some helpful just writing resources in general for you. So this can really help you become a better writer. So I encourage you to take advantage of these resources as you work through the course. So in week 1, we are really going to be just talking about what it means to be a lifelong learner. We're going to introduce some learning concepts. Some of the objectives of this week are to explain the responsibilities of being a successful online student and demonstrate those skills and behaviors, determine the university departments and people which are critical support systems and how to utilize their services, to identify key elements of university academic policies and resources, and to understand the concepts of something called growth mindset, which is really cool, and you're going to enjoy learning about that. So to do that, we have 2 class discussions this week, and you will also be completing a quiz. So the first thing you want to do in the week, so on Monday and Tuesday, I recommend that you set aside time to complete the readings and watch the videos for this week. This really sets you up for success for the rest of the week. It's going to be really hard to respond to the questions unless you read these materials. So if you really want to think about this as the classroom part of this course. So it's different in face-to-face courses. You'll have a lecture several times a week, and you'll learn the materials that you need to be successful completing the assignments in the course. And we don't have that in the course, and so what we do instead is have these required readings and activities. And so you want to make sure that you do these because you will not be successful if you don't. So this is great information on what it means to be a successful student. And this is some great information on what it means to have what we call a growth mindset and how that's different than a fixed mindset. Fascinating to me. So just briefly, a fixed mindset has a really fixed idea of abilities. So you might say, I'm not good at math. I'm not good at writing. I've always been terrible at public speaking, et cetera, et cetera. A growth mindset says, I'm not good at math yet. I'm not good at reading yet. I'm not good at public speaking yet. So the idea is that I'm going to embrace this challenge. I'm going to use the feedback my instructor's given me, and I'm going to work on mastering that skill. And so we are going to be talking about both of those things in our discussions this week. So the first one, we're going to be talking about what it means to be a successful online student. And then the second one, we're going to be talking about what it means to have a growth mindset. So both of these are really important topics to consider as you begin your journey with us as a university student. And you really want to think about what it's going to take to be successful. And if you have any questions, you can always either go to Ask the Instructor or you can email, and I will be happy to respond to you. And then here's just a heads up for week 2. Let me see if I can move that up so you can see it. A heads up for week 2, you are going to be completing a time management assignment in week 2, next week. And so in order to do that, you're going to be tracking your different activities Monday through Sunday. You're going to begin that right on Monday of week 2 and fill it out for that week, Monday through Sunday. So I know that that's going to be a tight start for some of you. So I wanted to give you a heads up that you will begin next week's work on Monday. So that is what we have going on this week. I hope you have a really wonderful first week. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out.